What does
owning.
this mean actually? Maybe for our listeners who don't know, what does a royalty mean? What does a copyright in a music or a cinema means?
Yes. So we decided to work on this particular sector. This is somehow is a very legal sector, right,
Mm-hmm.
of music business.
Oh yeah.
So when you create a music, how the music create, there are like 15 to 20 people, or more than that, people works to create one music.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the contribution they have on creating, creating music,
Mm-hmm.
they receive particular rights
Mm-hmm.
or the royalty rights. So if
Okay.
you are a lyricist, you have rights on your lyrics. Yeah, right. So you
Mm-hmm.
own the lyrics. Nobody else can use that lyrics again without your permission. So
Okay.
if you are a composer, you compose certain kind of progression, so certain kind of lawyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way people sing particular lyrics. So if you are a composer, you own the composition rights. Nobody else can again reuse those rights without your permission.
Mm-hmm.
If you are an investor, if you are a financer, you own the song.
Mm.
So, if you are a musician, maybe you have just played some few chords in a studio, or maybe flutes, right?
Mm.
Or maybe a guitar or tabla, whatever. So if you are there, if you are performing, if you are singing, or if you are doing a back vocal, or if you are arranging a song, if you are doing a mastering of a song, then you own a certain rights. You reserve some kind of rights, and those
Mm-hmm.
rights are legal rights. So what that entails is every time that song gets played, or
Mm-hmm.
used or exploited in any kind of commercial situation, then that commercial user has to obtain a rights, which
Mm-hmm.
means they have to pay a certain fees or licensing fees uh, to be able to use that song
Mm.
in their events, in their promotions, in their marketing, whatever they want to use it. If they want to do a stage show, they
Mm-hmm.
have to pay a certain fees, and those fees are called royalties.
Okay.
What the royalties are, when a song makes money, that money is called royalties.
Mm-hmm.
um, so and we also there is also something called intellectual property. Intellectual property
Okay.
is is the rights that is given to the inventor or the creator. So in music, the creators are the one who writes the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
compose that lyrics, who compose the music.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the two people who owns the absolute rights in a particular music. So
Mm-hmm.
when these two things comes together and we record a song, then a sound recording owner, then we call a financer or the label that owns the particular song. If they reuse these lyrics and mix the composition again and make another song, a little bit
Mm-hmm.
different version, then another person might own that song. So
Okay.
they can create thousands of songs based on that particular formula. So they are the real owner of that music. They're owner of that song. So every
Mm-hmm.
time you use that particular song commercially, then you have to compensate these two people. But in our industry, that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't happened yet. And those are the if you when we talk about a lyricist, what
Mm-hmm.
comes in the image that comes in our mind is like somebody who is wearing kurta surwal, who is wearing chappal, right? They have a small bag hanging, and they are the creator. They were supposed to get the most benefit out of this music, but they are not
Mm-hmm.
the one who is getting them. So we decided to take matters on our hand. We couldn't just sit and see the injustice happening in our own industry. We decided, instead of pointing fingers to another person, each other, why don't we do something about it? So we started doing research back in
Mm-hmm.
2017, and it took us almost 2 years to finally understand, what the rights are, what the copyrights are, what the law says, the use of those laws. After that, we started. So right now, we represent around 300 Nepali music creators
Okay.
in worldwide territory. That means we control the music rights in almost all the hit songs of Nepal. Almost 90% of the hit songs in Nepal.
Mm.
So every time there's a show, there's events, we our rights gets matched like 6% as of today.
Okay.
If you talk about the Voice of Nepal or the dance
Mm-hmm.
or the any kind of reality shows, we have around 80% match the songs that they play.
Mm-hmm.
We manage the rights of 80% of the songs that they use. So this is the position we are in now. What we are doing is we are trying to get few more artists on board into our system.
Mm-hmm.
So after that happens, we'll start the licensing of our music in worldwide territories.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say there's a restaurants in Sydney, or there's a restaurant in Brisbane.
Mm-hmm.
If they're using our music, if they're using playing music from the YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
so what we do is we go to them and we ask them to pay a certain small amount of fee, maybe a $1 a day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we will collect that royalties from around 300 to 400 restaurants all around Australia.
Mm-hmm.
So when they all come together, it is going to be a significant amount, and that money, that royalties, is going to flow back to the industry, and
Mm-hmm.
it is going to go to the every participants, including arranger, the lyricist, the composer, the singers, the producers, anybody, the focus puller, the cinematographer, director,
Mm-hmm.
anybody who is involved in making music or the music videos or the films, they are going to get compensation out of this. So
Mm-hmm.
after 5 years, the industry, uh, if something like of 2020 happens after 5 years, maybe in 2025 or 2026, then we will not have to go outside and create the GoFundMe page, or to support our artists or support our
Mm-hmm.
industry. It is going to make that changes. It is also going to bring a lot of investment. When the money starts going back to the industry, it is going
Mm-hmm.
to, a portion of that is going to be reinvested in the industry. So that is going to change the quality of the music,
Mm-hmm.
and the quality of the music videos.
Of course.
Maybe we'll see some technical capabilities in a couple of years. So from where I see, it is going to be a groundbreaking for our
Mm-hmm.
industry.
Seems
And
to
and
be.
every Nepali, yeah, so every Nepali is going to be very proud of what our industry is going to become in
Mm-hmm.
5 to 6 years from now.
I can see that. If you like this video, hit subscribe. You can listen to the full podcast in YouTube, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.